Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And, well, I want to break some news to y'all. This is after the sentencing, right? But I want you to pay attention to why he felt that it was, well, we're not even going to cover that. We're going to talk about Brant Jean, right? And he's the brother. We're going to talk about the family, the loss to the family. But more revealing in this video is going to be the mentality of the jurors. And the jurors, again, you see it. BAW Ghost Man, as to why Afro men do not get justice in the United States. The weirdest thing about this trial right now is how almost exclusively this trial has been about the sentiments of the Caucasian woman, the white woman that killed a black man while he was sitting on his couch eating ice cream in his own house. All right, now we're going to hear something. We're going to hear exactly why the jurors had to convict the woman of murder. Because if she didn't make a particular statement, she would have walked. Everybody knew. Everybody knew this was murder. But everybody has bent over backwards to try to get this woman a light sentence or either free. And the people feeling the most bitter about this, oh yeah, it's the Afro men, period. Because we see the betrayal of the BAW, we see the betrayal of the system, and what kind of world is this where a man cannot come to his castle, sit down on a couch and have a bowl of ice cream? How pathetic is this country when a man cannot have a bowl of ice cream? This is a damn wicked country when a man cannot sit down on the couch and have a bowl of ice cream, when police feel so comfortable in, well, we're going to get into exactly what she said that caused them to say, you know what, yeah, we have to, because she said this, we have to convict her of murder. However, we're going to give her a light sentence, and we're going to discuss or look at why they said they had to give her a light sentence. I want you to pay attention to, yep, the BAW, the BAW. All right. So let me greet everybody real quick. Hovorten hardu gudag all the way to the bank. Versus los bonjour mes amis. Kedabawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani. Jambo baragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Alright. So let's roll on. But first, let me remind you, get those thumbs up. This is going to Facebook also. Don't forget to subscribe, because this is the new channel. Don't forget to subscribe. My Cash app will be in the description box, and so will my PayPal me, but so will my email address. So if you want to contact me, look in the description box to my email address. All right. So let's roll on with this video. This is going to not shock you. It should shock you. This should be an aberration, but it's not going to shock you. All right, so let's move on. Pay attention to this BS as ABC News did an exclusive and interviewed two of the jurors. Pay attention to who they are and pay attention to what mattered. At no point did the death of the Afro man and the cost of that loss to his family matter to these jurors.
The murder trial followed by millions across the country. Two jurors breaking their silence about the sentence given to former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger for shooting and killing a man in his own apartment. And we're now hearing from the victim's brother. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Dallas tonight.
Two of the jurors who convicted former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger of murder tonight taking us into that jury room.
There was a lot of crying.
They were crying in the jury room for the murderer. In the jury room, there was a lot of crying because they felt bad for the murderer. It gets more wicked than that. Again, why they had to convict her of murder. And then you got to marry up to, you had to convict this woman of murder, then why were you crying on her behalf? In other words, they were not crying about the man that lost his life. They were crying about the poor old white woman that murdered him and intended to murder him.
Prosecutors were asking for 28 years. You all landed at 10. I told everyone because we all agreed that it was a mistake. And
who told everyone? Who told everyone? So again, you got the BAW following her God. Understand, to make sure that this family don't get real justice. And they wanted justice. We'll get to that. Compliments of Good Morning America.
I don't think Bo would want to take harsh vengeance. I think he would want.
Okay, so how does this Caucasian man know what this Afro man would think? And why does it matter what Bo would think? Because he's dead. You don't know what he would think about being shot by somebody in his own house while eating ice cream. Understand this. Look at how they play that up. This dude don't know Bo. He's a juror. He's anonymous. If he knew Bo, he would not be on the jury. Think about that. And now he's acting like he knows the Afro man, with whom he would never spend any time with, right? And so this whole thing is they're using their feelings, trumped up feelings at that, on making sure that this woman don't have to serve any amount of time. But they're afraid of the blowback that they're going to get if the sentence is too light. But for somebody murdering somebody in their own home, this is a sentence that's too light.
Forgive her.
Guyger shot and killed 26-year-old Botham Jean when she entered his apartment mistaking it for hers.
And notice how he say Bo. He don't know him. So why are you using his first name like y'all friends? You're supposed to be a juror trying to figure out if there's a murder here and then trying to vote for justice. No, that had nothing to do with this. Everybody was crying for the murderer that killed an innocent man. Worse than that, an innocent man that came home from work, was sitting on the couch eating some ice cream, and he does not get to live, and his family does not get justice. Oh, another scriptural thing for all these Christian Jesus pushers. The justice goes out for the family, because what you did was you took somebody from the family. It ain't about what you think Bo would have felt, because he's dead. So you can't know that at all. And you can't know this about the situation of him being shot, because nobody being shot. Look, I'm a really, really nice person till you punch me in the face or slap me in the face. You hit me, it's on. But until then, you can call me names or stuff like that. I might call you something back. I might just walk away. You hit me, it's on. I mean, it's really on too. Right? Okay, So a person that just watch me clown and understand how I give to children, understand I come to dangerous places like where I'm at now, to give balls to children, to try to help an NGO by bringing stuff that they need. The people that know me like that, is not fair for them to judge what my reaction would be if somebody hit me. Because it would be different from giving balls to somebody that did not hit me. And if you don't know me, you can't know that. The people that know me, the people that see me know that if you hit me, it's on and it's going to be bad for the person that hit me. Period. The people that don't, you can't think, oh, he would not have done anything, because you got to understand he's a nice person. Understand this. It's bull.
You can't compare this case to any of those other officers killing unarmed black men.
You can compare this, because this is way worse. Not only was this man sitting in his house, this man, you can compare this, and this is way worse. And this is how stupid this sounds coming from out of this mouth of this woman that is on this jury. And I don't even know how they let her on the jury. Oh yeah, because they wanted this woman to get off. All right, so you let somebody on a jury that don't really care about the lives of Afro men. That would be one of these females wanting them aborted. You know, because that's a thing. You understand? How could you not compare this? Because it's worse. It is way worse. This is a woman. Okay, we're going to discuss why it's worse. Look at why they had to convict her.
Those officers that killed unarmed black men, when they got out, they went back to living their lives.
When she gets out, she's going to go back to living her life.
Amber Guyger, she showed remorse and that she's going to have to deal with that for the rest of her life.
Which separates her by the other officers in what way? Oh, zero.
Can I give her a hug, please? This extraordinary moment, forgiveness from John's brother right after sentencing, giving these jurors some peace of mind.
It kind of helped us feel like we ended up at the right.
The murder trial followed by millions across the country. Two jurors breaking their silence about the sentence given to former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger for shooting and killing a man in his own apartment. And we're now hearing from the victim's brother. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Dallas.
Without interruption.
Two of the jurors who convicted former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger of murder tonight taking us into that jury room.
There was a lot of crying.
A lot of crying.
Prosecutors were asking for 28 years. You all landed at 10. I told everyone because we all agree that it was a mistake, and I don't think Bo would want to take harsh vengeance. I think he would want to forgive her.
Guyger shot and killed 26-year-old Botham John when she entered his apartment mistaking it for hers.
You can't compare this case to any of those other officers killing unarmed black men. Those officers that killed unarmed black men, when they got out, they went back to living their lives. Amber Guyger, she showed remorse and that she's going to have to deal with that for the rest of her life.
Can I give her a hug, please? This extraordinary moment, forgiveness from John's brother right after sentencing, giving these jurors some peace of mind.
It kind of helped us feel like we ended up at the right.
That should not have been allowed. That hug should not have been allowed. Okay? Period. All right. The judge allowed that, and the judge should have said after the trial. A whole bunch of things said, oh Lord, this is so pitiful how this went. All right, but let's continue. So in the warm feelings of the jury, the jurors, right? They felt more sorry for the Caucasian murderer than the guy that was murdered. And they were looking for ways to have her have a light sentence and be forgiven than to have justice for the loss to the family. And the family is not happy about the 10 years that they gave. And I know this because how? Well, let's listen.
Who am I to not forgive someone who asks? I waited 1 year to hear I'm sorry, and I'm grateful for that.
He waited a whole year to hear I'm sorry. So she was not repentant. She did not want forgiveness. For a whole year, this woman was defiant. And only as she was convicted, right, was she all sorry and crying. And she wasn't crying wanting him back. She only wanted him back so that she would have some freedom. All right, she's not going to do those 10 years too, believe that, because of all this mess. There is no justice served in this by anybody, not the jury, not the judge. The judge should not have let him come off the stand and give that woman a hug, because it skewed the jury. It gave him an out to let the woman off, right? But this is going to be backfiring the jury too. Because the Afro men, we're seeing what this crap is.
And at trial, Guyger acknowledged that she intended to kill Jean. The jurors telling me that's all they needed to hear to find her guilty of murder.
Let's repeat this whole thing again.
Who am I to not forgive someone who asks? I waited 1 year to hear I'm sorry, and I'm grateful for that.
And at trial, Guyger acknowledged that she intended to kill Jean. The jurors telling me that's all they needed to hear to find her guilty of murder.
Y'all hear that? And while the media wants you to concentrate on this is why they had to convict her again.
And at trial, Guyger acknowledged that she intended to kill Jean. The jurors telling me that's all they needed to hear to find her guilty of murder. And at trial, Guyger acknowledged that she intended to kill Jean. The jurors telling me that's all they needed to hear to find her guilty of murder.
For the deaf people.
And at trial, Guyger acknowledged that she intended to kill Jean. The jurors telling me that's all they needed to hear to find her guilty of murder.
So there you have it. So she intended to, that's called murder. That's called more than a 10-year sentence. 10 years in the slammer. All right, there was no justice served here. All right, but hold on. We got one more angle to see this from. While when you listen to the BS, they talk about their feelings, the other people that were not considered, all right, the Caucasian man considered, they cried about, oh, how they felt about the blondie, the blonde ghost woman, right? They then did not consider the family, and then a dude that's never met the victim was trying to tell you what he thinks that the victim would do after being shot, but he can't know that because the victim is dead. And that's still impossible. How do you know about what the victim would say about somebody shooting him to death? To death. You understand? Taking his life. No Afro man wants somebody to come take their life. That's why he was in his own home, not out there gang banging and stuff. You understand? Oh, but it gets worse.
I knew that.
Yeah, there are, and you know, there's mixed emotions within the family itself. As Brent explained it to me this morning, it really hit home for me.
They mean something.
He wanted not only to forgive her in words, but he wanted her to believe him. So just saying it, she may not be
my
convinced.
decision of
so he asked to give a physical display of that forgiveness, so that she would be free, so that he could authentically be free. Now, everyone in that family is hurting desperately because they love both Michelle. And they won't be able to get past that hurt if they can't forgive his killer. They believe that, I believe that, and so it was an important first step. And I mean, I'm exceptionally proud of him. He taught me something in that moment.
I honestly think he was for it.
We believe in the legal system. We believe in the domain of the jurors. We hoped, we agreed with the district attorney that it should have been on the upper end of the spectrum.
Kind words, I can't say.
That the sentence should have been closer to 28 years than 10 years. That would be
just like
that would be closer to justice. But that is a whole separate conversation from the spiritual release of forgiveness.
I probably went through those faster than other people. Yeah. Some people went through it faster than me. If you are trying to forgive her, understand that she is a human being. She still deserves love. She made a mistake that she probably truly regrets. So if you want to forgive her, just understand that God forgave you. And I know that every time I ask God for forgiveness, he forgives me. So who am I to not forgive someone who asked? I waited 1 year to hear I'm sorry, and I'm grateful for that. And that's why I forgive her. This is what you have to do to set yourself free, you know. I didn't really plan on living the rest of my life, you know, hating this woman. I know that there's something called peace of mind, and that's the type of stuff you need to do to have peace of mind. That is why I wake up happy in the morning. That is why I want to live happy later on in my life.
Yeah, there are, and you know, there's mixed emotions within the family itself. As Brent explained it to me this morning, it really hit home for me. He wanted not only to forgive her in words, but he wanted her to believe him. So just saying it, she may not be convinced. So he asked to give a physical display of that forgiveness, so that she would be free, and so that he could authentically be free. Now, everyone in that family is hurting desperately because they love both Michelle. And they won't be able to get past that hurt if they can't forgive their killer, his killer. They believe that, I believe that, and so it was an important first step. And I mean, it was. I'm exceptionally proud of him, and he taught me something in that moment.
I'm telling you, people, when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that I feel that I have integrated my people from out into a burning building, this is what he was talking about. Because he understood way back then that this system that was created to oppress the Afro man, because by oppressing the Afro man, you destroy the community. It's the men that build the community. It's the men that plants the seeds. The women don't plant the seeds because they do not make any seeds. It's the men that plants the seeds. It's the men that builds the buildings and builds up the community. It's the women that capes with the oppressor to help him destroy the community. And this foolishness, she was not like the other officers that killed unarmed black men. Oh, you know why she thought this was different? Because in her mind, it's okay to kill a good, hard-working Afro man that can afford a house, that works, pay the bills, that has, by all accounts, good moral character, while he's in his house eating a bowl of ice cream. But, ooh, she's going to be in the streets marching if you kill one of her Pookies. Oh, you can't kill Pookie and Ray Ray. She's going to march, and she's going to want your head on a platter. But a good, moral, uplifting character of a man when a cop goes and says she intended to murder him. So you have to convict her of murder. But when she goes do it, where there is no kind of, you can't even flip this in any way to say that this dude is committing a crime unless the crime is a man being at peace in his own house eating ice cream while sitting on the couch. And apparently to this black woman right here, that's almost like committing a crime. Is because the guys, the actual Pookies and Ray Ray, with the exception of Eric Garner, but the actual Pookies or Ray Rays that's involved in something that may be a questionable crime, even though we believe that in most cases it wasn't. But say that the cops were actually honest. All right, but when we find out looking at body cams and stuff like that, yeah, they're not doing any crime. But say they said, we thought he was doing a crime. At no point did this woman, can this woman say that she thought he was doing a crime because she seen him sitting on his couch. This whole thing is just really, really jacked up. It's really jacked up. That's why we men got to escape the system and these wicked women that try to keep it in here, like, you know, the hair hats and the ones stroking the women's hair. You know, we can't forget about the bailiff stroking poor old Amber's hair. Everybody was there trying to comfort the murderer. She played them like a fiddle. Everyone was there trying to comfort the murderer instead of finding justice for the victim and his family. Wow. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. With that said, I'm out.